Hello YouTube and Tesla fans, this is Mike with Tesla Car Club of America with another short video on whether or not I should consider buying the wall connector, the Tesla wall connector. Let's start on the home page of Tesla and let's click on the menu bar over here on the right, and we're going to click the support button, and then we're going to click the home charging link right there, and you can see this just gives a little information about home charging, a little video and some step-by-step instructions on what to do if you want to install the wall connector. But what we want to do is scroll down a little bit further and click on this Learn More button. And I just want to point out this nice spreadsheet that they have here that kind of taught me a little bit about how this thing works and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So I have the Model 3 standard range, which is good for 220 miles. I am currently charging it with a NEMA 1030 adapter that I bought on the website for $35. It's a 30 amp breaker, so I'm able to charge at 22 miles per hour, which is pretty decent. That's okay for my standard range model, but I'm considering going with the Tesla wall charger and having my electrician put in a 40 amp breaker so that I can charge a little bit faster at 30 miles per hour. So I just want to point out a couple things. I've got the standard range plus, I guess this is the old terminology, mid-range, is 240 miles. And then obviously if I had the long range at 310, I would definitely consider installing the Tesla wall connector. And I would talk to my electrician about installing a 60 amp breaker so that my long range could charge at 44 miles per hour. And that can become important in certain parts of the country like San Diego, where it's cheaper to charge, depending upon what plan you have, from midnight to let's say 6 in the morning. And if you're trying to get 300 miles or close to that, and, the faster the charge, you have the better ability you have to charge during those cheap rates in that window. So a couple other things I just want to mention. I previously mentioned the NEMA 1030 adapter. There's a lot of adapters that are kind of confusing, so as I was learning them, I just thought I'd kind of share that with you. So the wall outlet that I have above my dryer looks like this connector right here, and you can see over here on the right, the 515 is your normal AC plug that you're used to seeing. The newer, higher amperage 220 outlets are the 1430 and 1450 connectors, and I have an older one with the 1030, NEMA 1030. So let's see if we actually click the NEMA 1030. I think the picture shows up down below. Is that right? No. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you have to select it over here. So if I select the 1030 adapter, that's the one that I'm using. If you have a newer, I guess it's a 1450 connector, you select 1450 and you can see what that adapter looks like. And then one other thing I wanted to mention is if I buy an extra cordless mobile charging kit, it's $275. But something I don't quite get. I could buy this extra kit if I wanted it. It comes with the normal 110 outlet that we're all familiar with. I could, for $35, I could buy the 1530 adapter or the 1450 adapter. Where up here, this particular mobile charging connector is $520. It's the same charger as far as I'm aware. It just comes with the 1450 adapter and the 1550 adapter. So I don't know why it's $520. You would be better off just purchasing this kit and then going to the adapter section and buying whatever adapters you needed if you wanted to have an extra cable. And the reason I might want to do that is I want to leave one set of cables and charging connectors in the car at all times, and then just have one that I use for charging every night. So I don't get into a situation where I maybe forget to throw it into the car and I'm on a long trip and I have to do some charging if I'm not near a supercharger and I don't have the cable with me. So anyhow, I just thought that this particular chart here was very interesting. It kind of cleared things up for me in terms of the miles per hour charging rate depending upon what amp breaker you have. And from talking to my electrician, it would not be a big deal to swap out the 30 amp breaker for the 40. It really just depends on the gauge wiring that you have in your house. And I guess the reality is that even if you don't quite have the exact gauge wiring for the 40 amp, if the connector that's going to be installed is fairly close to the panel, then it may not be a big deal putting the 40 amp in there, even though you might not technically have the right gauge, but be cautious with that. But that was just a conversation I had, so I thought I'd share it. So at this point, I'm not sure. I might upgrade to the wall connector. It's $500 plus the cost to install the 40 amp breaker. I have a feeling down the road I will have an extended range vehicle, maybe the Model Y. So maybe I'll hold off doing it until then. Not sure, but if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe and hit the little bell to get future emails on any future videos. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.